Be blessed, dear one. On today's Kyrie Eleison Gospel, we are doing a mashup of yesterday's first reading, Acts chapter 1, 12 to 14, and today's first reading, Acts chapter 19, 1 to 8, Mary in the upper room. Have you received the Holy Spirit? Beloved, in today's first reading, we encounter Paul in Ephesus, where he asks the people whether they receive the Holy Spirit. In other words, whether they've had an encounter or been filled by the Holy Spirit when they were baptized, and they said no. Beloved, the answer to this question leads me to ask myself, why was Mary in the upper room? Because in Acts of Apostles chapter 1, 9 to 14, we are told that when Jesus ascended, all the disciples moved into Jerusalem and went into the upper room and devoted themselves to prayer, waiting upon the Holy Spirit. And Mary, the mother of Jesus, was there. Why was Mary there? Was she there also to be filled by the Holy Spirit or to have an encounter with the Holy Spirit? For me, I think no, because apparently Mary had been filled already by the Holy Spirit in Luke chapter 1, verse 26 following. She becomes the first person to be filled by the Holy Spirit in the New Testament. It was after that filling and encounter in Elizabeth's house that John's spirit was activated. So Mary had already had an encounter with the Holy Spirit. So why was she there? Answering this, the teachings of the church come to mind. You see, in confirmation, a sponsor is needed. A sponsor is someone who had already been confirmed and living life in the Spirit. Such a person is made to support the person being confirmed and also to help usher the person into the life of the Spirit. For this role, I think and I believe strongly that Mary was doing in the upper room. She was there to sponsor them. She was there to help them to live life in the Spirit because she was already living with the Spirit and in the Spirit in that manner. So for me, she was there as a sponsor. Beloved, do you know your sponsor at confirmation? Do you know how the person is faring now? Look at the person and at least grow together in the Spirit. Another thing about the teachings of the church had to do with the laying of hands in today's first reading. The laying of hands signifies imparting the Spirit upon the person. So it's an integral part in confirmation where a bishop or a priest designated will lay hands on the person to impact the Holy Spirit and also to be filled with the gifts of the Holy Spirit. And it's important for us in that manner in confirmation, where we receive the fullness of the Spirit. So, beloved, the teachings of the church are in the scriptures. You need to have time to study them to understand them. And especially in May, I pray that the Blessed Mother would always continue to sponsor you in your life in the Spirit.